Okay, so here we are, the day after day 12, and just want to do a full report on my 12-day juice fast. Yesterday was pretty much like day 11. I ended up eating later in the day. I had some pretty much what I had the day before, and that's fine. I had a lot of juice in the morning, but in the evening I just really wanted to eat. I was really kind of done. I had gone as far as I could go, and I that was my limit. So I just ate lightly, but I had some food. And so I was just toying with different ways to proceed, as I go forward, because the main thing is not to gain the weight back. And so I'll try to talk about that later, but I want to report some successes. I've been drinking water, which is so new, and that is from watching this fellow on YouTube who just seemed to just knock those bottles down, and it just seems so doable. So I have a little yellow bottle, and I just, I'm knocking them down, filling them up and knocking them down. And also, my main motivation for today was to go out and get another couple of pants that actually fit my new body. I've lost almost 40 pounds, and the weight was almost entirely from my waist to my knees. That's a lot of weight in that area. And what I was finding is that my skinny pants, traditionally skinny pants, that sometimes I couldn't fit into, were hanging on me. And I really needed to celebrate my new size. And one of the things about clothes is it's like your little sausage wrapper. You tend to kind of want to stick within your wrapper. And so I went over to Goodwill. I got on my bike. That was kind of a complicated ordeal. I love to ride my bike, but when I'm doing errands, it seems like such a complicated adventure to bring all the stuff and pack it all into my backpack. And when I took off, I had juice in my backpack, and I hadn't screwed the top on really tightly, which I have a tendency to do. Much to my chagrin, the juice it was all over the backpack. I saw stuff dripping, and I thought I didn't bring water with me. And well, yeah. So I kind of just like got it manageable, and then just went because I wasn't going to take everything out, clean the backpack. It's like it was manageable. So it was a beautiful day though here in Iowa, and just the perfect weather. And I rode my bike through the bike paths. We have lovely bike paths. We have a wonderful bike trail around town, about 17-mile bike trail. And I rode over to the first place I went was to Goodwill. And I have a rule that I don't wear used clothing, and that's been many decades that I haven't purchased used clothing. But because I have budgetary concerns and I really need to get out of those hanging baggy clothes because it's very bad for my psychology, and to get into clothes that actually fit, those two things are irreconcilable. So I'm just going over and getting the pick of the litter over at these thrift stores, and like I did at the bargain box yesterday, I just went through all the pants so that I could find, really the best pants, the ones that fit, the nicest ones. And I had about, I guess 6 or 7 pairs of pants in my cart. I went in the dressing room, and I got a nice tan khaki, and the other one is a brown, a dark brown. So I'm just going to make an exception. These are really nice pants. They're very serviceable. They're very kind of basic pieces of my wardrobe. And, I was just really pleased that they were $3.50 a piece. So for a little over $11, and got three. Oh yeah, there was a really nice pair of leggings, and it's by Erica Taylor. Everything I got was relatively new looking, and they were like a bright pinky polka dot kind of pattern leggings, and they were great. And I happened to have a pink blouse on at the time, and rode my bike to the rec center, and after I did my sauna and my massage and all this kind of stuff, then I put my leggings on and rode home with. I had my little purple sneakers on and went to the tanning salon. I felt like the girl. It's really nice. So that was a success. And let's see, I finished up my last card. I make a card every day when I have finish up my juicing. And this was from day 12, which was yesterday. And let's see, today I got up, I had a lovely spinach salad when I got home. Not when I got up, when I got home. And it was lettuce, it was salad spinach that I had actually grown in my garden. And I put some walnuts in there that I had left at the bottom of a bag. And I just needed something crunchy. And I didn't have any, I really would have liked some ramen noodles. But didn't have any of those. So, and some nice sesame dressing, that's all I had. I didn't have the, in fact, I have to write down to get some Skinny Girl dressing and some garbanzo beans, and I want to get some good healthy ramen noodles because, just ramen noodles are not that healthy. But I think there's probably a healthy brand. I hope Walmart has some, maybe not. And maybe some cherry tomatoes. So, right now, I am just eating lightly. I'm eating within my size and exercising, all that kind of good stuff. And just trying to keep it within, not eating just to eat. Just when I'm hungry, have a little bit. And that's very French. And before I was on this juice fast, I had been on a French diet. And the French eat very lightly. They eat very well, but they eat very lightly. And the reality is, once you get your physiology down to your ideal weight, and for me, I think it's actually 118. I'm not that now. I'm about 6 pounds heavier, and I still have fat in my legs. Thank you very much. Your body will give you clues as to how much it wants, to maintain that. And if you listen to your body and you just stay within those parameters, theoretically, you can eat, but not gain weight. And that's my goal. Once you get it off, it's such a treat. It's such a present. I mean, I feel, I do not look that good. I look very skinny. My skin is hanging off me. But I feel so much better in this size body. It's just so much more my size of a body. And to carry all that weight around, I see no purpose. I get a lot of hassle from people about being skinny because in our culture, if you're overweight, nobody's going to come up to you and say anything about it. They might think something. Indeed, they will, without a doubt. But to actually go up and say something to somebody, no, we don't do that. But if you're thin and you got your little ribs showing in your chest, and ribs showing over here, they will go up to you and they'll let you know that you're totally unacceptable. You are too thin. You don't look good. Please, give me a break. Anyway, I just think of my Uncle Billy when he was older. Of course, he was older at that point, but he'd been thin his entire life. Very tall man. And, that long, tall look. And how really profoundly skinny looking he was. That's just the way he looked. Way back when he was born, I don't know, turn of the last century, 1900 or 1898 or whenever it was, people, were not overindulging in food. They were sitting down to meals. His father was a doctor, medical doctor, and he had a watchword to chew your food, each mouthful 40 times. Well, it takes a while. And I'm sure that they didn't snack. No chips around the house. Everything had to be, baked, made, cooked, procured. In fact, he used to be paid with chickens. Sometimes he was a country doctor and, wasn't a lot of cash sometimes. So, it's just a different time, but, I got the same physiology and I'm just going to keep it the way I want to keep it. And hopefully I'll have good good luck with it. And I'm just going to keep reporting because it kind of keeps me in touch with my project here and what my goal is and my actions.